So, alright, we're gonna continue with the brick house today, the European brick house. And what would we need to do? We need to put, I think ceiling beams at one point. Yeah, ceiling beams. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get some ceiling beams. And welcome back, everyone, to another episode of, you already know, this is it. This is House Builder. You know, I'm gonna get exactly 43 here. Very good. I think we're gonna be, we're at 46% in this construction phase. We are now starting to work on the second level of this building. I think we're gonna be able to complete this today, for sure. Like, if I don't complete this today, there's some big issues in my competency here. But let's be honest, there's always been. So, like, no shade there. So, like, are you most competent? Like, you ever ask yourself, like, would you rate yourself? Would you ever rate yourself? Like, honestly, from a scale of 1 to 10, like, rate yourself right now, like, on different levels. Are you honestly a freaking 10? Like me, I'll give myself like a honest, like, bare rating here. When it comes to the child of Demetrius, Caleb, you are not the father. Well, I figured, but no. When it comes to competency, am I competent? No. Well, I am, I guess, to a level. Like, I'll admit, like, I'm not well educated. Like, if you guys think I'm well educated, you are, like, completely wrong. I am not well educated. And am I afraid to say that I'm not well educated? No, I'm not. Like, the school system in America, and maybe not just in America, maybe across the world in its all self, is maybe not. Maybe there's some very good institutions out there. Not just excluding them in America. Maybe there's some good good institutions out there in America. Where I grew up, let's just say, the school system wasn't the best, right? It just depends on where you live and where you're from, right? Of course, whether it be state, whether it be country, it all depends on where you live. And so I'm not, like, trying to blame the school system for my, for my incompetence. Like, oh, you should have paid attention in school. Well, yeah, but, like, you got to realize, like, when I was in high school, when I was in middle school, there were so many different elements and factors going on at the same time. Like, social media was now starting to become a massive hit. Like, the early 2000s, social media wasn't even a thing. Like, we had, like, there was MySpace, right? Where people can come check on your... I saw a tweet the other day. Somebody... Hang on. I'm going to digress here in a sec. Somebody tweeted... And I'm assuming she's a young lady. Somebody tweeted that they wish that people could go on Twitter, and when they go onto your Twitter profile page, they could hear your favorite song. Look, sweetheart, that was fucking MySpace at one point or another. Anyways, MySpace was like barely a thing, right? It was mainly made for music, and then people used it for a social platform, right? But when I started to become, wow, that was crazy looking. When I started to, like, go into high school, sorry, Danielle, we are in the middle of an important conversation. When I started to become, like, in high school, middle school, and stuff like that, it was just, it was like the brink of the time, right? Like, people were just losing their freaking mind. And, like, the hottest thing out was iPods. Like, the iPod Shuffle. That was, like, the coolest thing in high school. That was the coolest thing in middle school. iPod Shuffles, iPod Touches. Like, if you had an iPod Touch, you were someone freaking special, right? Anyways, I know it's, like, weird to say, but, like, cell phones. I had a flip phone, dude. I had a flip phone. I had multiple flip phones in school, in high school and middle school, but, you know. Anyways, I know what I'm trying to say. I'm just saying there was a lot of distractions back in those times. Like, everything was so new to us. Everything was, like, was starting to become at the tip of our fingers. And technology and everything was progressing so fast that how could you not be distracted with what's going on in life, right? How could you not be have your full attention on what someone's going on the board? And to be fair, though, like, there was teachers out there, like, I'm not even joking, dude. My English teacher, all in 9th grade, I wish I could exaggerate this to you, but I'm not. I'm not exaggerating this. Our English teacher, and I will not say his name for reasons. The entire 9th grade, entire 9th grade, and this is probably why I can't speak English very well. Movies. Every single day. Every single day we watched movies. I'm not even kidding, dude. Like, that might sound like an exaggeration. No, I'm not even joking. We watched movies every single day. He was at the end of his career, and he was fed up with the staff, and he did not care. He stopped caring. He owned another business. He owned his own, like, little fast food restaurant. So he had something else going on anyways. So anytime he came to school, we would walk into his class, watch a movie. And then you might be saying, well, what happens when, you know, the semester ends or the tests come out, right? And you need to take the tests for... I'm not even kidding you. The man gave us books for the tests so that we could copy and paste and copy paste and oh my god, like it sounds terrible because it is, but at the time we were kids and we were like, dude, this is the dopest of the dope, right? This is so cool. Copy and paste from the books. He would give us all the answers we needed for the test. No shame in his game. Come to find out, we found multiple bottles of liquor in his desk drawer because he literally fell asleep in class and he passed out, and somebody said, you know what, I'm gonna go through his desk. Well, yeah. And the problem is that even with all these complaints and all these like students, kids don't shut their freaking mouths. Kids do not shut their mouths. So, you know, word got around to the administrators, right? Word got around to other staff members, and like you would bring up this teacher's name to another teacher, and that teacher would be like, oh, that guy. That guy. I get why you didn't learn anything. Because like when we went in from that happened freshman year, and then we went to sophomore, right? We went to sophomore English, and the sophomore teacher was like, didn't you guys learn this stuff last year? And all of us said, no, we did not. And then she's like, how? It's impossible that you guys made it this far without knowing any of this. And we said, well, very simple. We had so-and-so. And she's like, you know, rolls her eyes and things like that. It's not funny. It's definitely not funny looking back at it. But that's just one incident, right? That's just one tiny little piece of the pie of how the school system can possibly fail you. And, well, believe it or not, I failed. And I graduated. Like, don't think I am a dropout. Like, I'm not a freaking idiot. I'm not saying that if you dropped out, you're an idiot. Well, I guess I kind of just said it there, but I'm just saying. I finished school. I finished school, and I did well. I mean, I finished with like a 3.2 GPA, right? I know it's not the best, but come on, the way you see me every single day, if you watch this channel religiously and you see how I speak, it's a freaking achievement on its own self, right? And for the ones that don't know, I live in California, so living in California, you kind of guess what kind of things got going on over there in California. It's some spicy things. Some spicy things happening in California all the time, right? It's incredible. It's like the second largest economy, or like the second or third largest economy in the entire world. Not the country, like the entire world, right? Isn't that crazy to think about? I find that kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy, dude. Anyways. Yeah, back to what I was saying. Yeah, so I think I'm competent to a degree. I am not well educated. I work more than I learn, if that makes sense. Oh God! Stop it! I took a path in life where, well, I hate to like talk about it, but like I took a path where in my life at the time, graduating high school, I was in a very deep and dark state. Very, very bad place to be. There was a tragedy that happened in 2013 involving me. And, you know, that's why I kind of expressed the whole mental health thing. It's like, it's not a freaking joke, dude. It's some real stuff, you know, and, there's some things that happened in my past where, that, you know, stuff happened. And, I was in a situation where it's like, I need to figure out how to get the hell out of this situation. I need to earn money now. I need money now to leave, to get out of this. I don't want to be here anymore, right? I can't go to school. First of all, I couldn't even afford to go to school. None of my parents went to college. You know, I didn't grow up in a giant friggin' house of well-educated doctors and professors and well-educated people. Like, no, dude. I grew up in the working class where paycheck by paycheck was how we lived, you know, and you know, and some things happened, and once things happened, you know, in my life, I had to like go on, you know, I had to get the hell out of Dodge. I didn't leave town or anything, but I had to take myself, and not just me at the time, me, Danielle, and I had to take both of us out of a toxic situation, a very toxic situation. And I think that was more important for our health overall. And sometimes you got to make sacrifices in life in order to do that. And unfortunately, the sacrifice there was to sacrifice education. And sacrifice education is what we did. And, well, therefore, I never was able to spell correctly. Or never able to pronounce things correctly, or make sense correctly, or form a compound sentence correctly, right? I know, right? It's ridiculous and stupid to say, because we're all people at one point or another, and we're all people at the end of the day, so it's like, what's the big deal, right? Some people really have a big offense over it. Like, it's kind of crazy. Like, people will fight you. You're not as well educated as me. I denounce you. All right. Thanks, bud. You don't think I've heard that all my entire life? You don't think all of these employers that try to hire people, you know, it's like, oh, so you didn't get an education. You didn't go further than high school. Well, no, but I don't have time to sit here through a 30-minute interview where you're already being judgmental about it. I don't have time to sit here and give you my freaking life story, right? Unless you want to hear it, and therefore you might not even want to hire me after that. It's like a double-edged sword, dude. I didn't do anything illegal. Don't think I did anything illegal. I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't hurt anybody. If anything, I was on the verge of hurting myself. But that, again, I don't want to get into that. Maybe one day. I don't know. Maybe one day I'll be open enough to. Maybe one day I'll be able to have the courage to open up about it. But not any time right now. Anyways, yeah. So like, when people say and I get real offended over stuff like that, like, impressive. Like, if you're so well educated, why are you wasting your time with me? Why are you wasting your time complaining about me? You know what I mean? Outstanding. There wasn't like let me just make it clear though. There wasn't like an incident where something happened. I'm kind of like, when I talk about these stories and go on these tangents a little bit, I kind of want to like, obviously I speak for myself, right? I speak for myself, but I also try to speak for people that don't really have a voice, and people that like absolutely can relate, and they're like, yeah, dude, I wish people understood. And that's kind of the reason why I go on these tangents. Nothing happened yesterday, nothing happened last week, nothing happened last month where someone said that you are an uneducated idiot. It has happened before, but I'm not saying it happened recently. But I'm just kind of, not at any time. Only when it was funny. You subscribed to me only when it was funny. Where's your sense of humor? Thank you, Mega Undead, for the Undead God, for the subscription to the channel. Anyways, really do appreciate it, man. What I'm trying to say is, do I have the right brick? No, I don't have the right brick, right? Because this is not the right brick. It's the other brick, yeah? It's the, Well, maybe no. Maybe this. Okay, no, the chimney brick. Oh, frick. No, chimney brick? We should have the chimney brick, yeah? Yeah, we should have the chimney brick. This is one brick. That's the same brick. This is the chimney brick. I just try to, like, anytime I go on tangents in my series, because I do it sometimes when there's, like, a lot of, you know, there's a lot of vanilla going on, right? This is obviously a lot of rinse and repeating that I'm doing, kind of building this house. I take opportunities in some series, whether it be this series sometimes, or Trader Life Simulator is a fantastic series. If you want to ever hear stories about what I'm talking about now, and you want to hear even more stories, Trader Life Simulator series is a perfect example. I talk a lot of stuff about life and things like that in that series. But yeah, so what I try to speak on, it's simple. It's just, I want to just have a voice for other people, because I know there's people out there that can relate, and I know, and I've heard it, and people have come to me and they're like, you know what, thank you, you know, and so I just want to try to be that voice for people also, you know. Does that make sense in a way, right? And of course, be the voice for the people that are the ones doing all the shame here. I'm making a voice for you, you sons of guns. Anyways, I figured I'd share that. Holy crap. All right, what do we need here? Okay, these are like the weird, I don't think we have this. No. This is the weird, what the heck is this? The roof beam. Well, it's not that weird, but it's the roof beam. All right, so we need roof beams. Let's get like 100 of those, please. I'm just happy that people watch the videos, I guess is all I'm trying to say. I'm happy that people watch the videos. I'm happy that people enjoy themselves. At least that's what I've been told for the most part. There was another topic that we had going on over the past week, and that was, it was pretty good, though. It was pretty good. I like to hear what people think and all that. It was about the whole updated services of YouTube, you know, going into the future now, where the dislike counter is going to be no more. The dislike button's going to be there, but the dislike counter will be no more in the near coming future on all channels. Now, I've seen a couple of channels where they've actually already implemented it, but it's going to be coming to all channels eventually, right? And the discussion was like, you know, what is the idea? What do you guys think? Do you think it's a good idea that they take away? Do you think it's a bad idea they take away? And it was pretty cut and dry. Like, there was like, and this is the time of the recording, so this could have changed by now, but as of the time of this recording, it was pretty cut and dry. It was like 42% of people liked or didn't care that the dislike button counter was going away, and then like 44% of people said no, I like to tell creators that I don't like their content. But okay, I get it, and there's actually a lot of people that commented on those videos, which I like, because, you know, I like to know what people think. Obviously, it turns the tides in some cases on what I do, obviously, and I mean, this opinion alone doesn't turn anything. I just wanted to know what people, you know, what people actually thought about the whole situation. But what people are like assuming, and what they're trying to get into, or what they're trying to guess, is not quite what everyone seems to be thinking. Now, the discount bundle, the dislike counter will become invisible to viewers and creators if they choose to. A lot of people don't get that. A lot of people are having that trouble. A lot of people are saying, oh, well, you know, creators are still going to be able to see the dislike counter. We're just not. That's not entirely true. Creators have the choice to see the dislike counter if they want. They don't necessarily will see it in their freaking face, right? They're not going to see it unless they want to see it, unless they choose to see it. And that is stated. Was this the right stuff? Did I have the right stuff already? Roof soffit? Roof beams? Ah, alright. This looks like the same stuff, but it's not. A lot of people don't understand that. And that's straight from YouTube's updated terms of service, their mouths. Their mouth actually said that. Their mouth said what I just told you. Their mouth said that the updated terms and services will let creators have the choice of seeing their dislike counter or not. Doesn't mean that just because you guys or the viewers are being silenced to it, doesn't mean the content creators will not. They can be silenced to the dislikes if they want to, and I'm sure people that take issues of it will probably opt into that. They probably will be like, you know what, I'm gonna choose the option where I don't have to see the dislike counter. Now, me personally, when it comes to dislikes and likes, first of all, let me just get it straight here. Likes and dislikes are engagement for the channel, which feeds the algorithm. So anytime you like the video, anytime you comment on the video, it helps the algorithm in a way. Not fully, like it's not like it doesn't help that much as much people might think it does. There's a lot more factors into the algorithm, really, and I can explain to you all that because I understand the algorithm fully, not fully, but I understand the algorithm way much more now than I have ever had, right? So yeah. It's not all about engagement. It is a little bit of engagement. Like, it's half, kind of, maybe less than half the battle. But the most important thing, really, is watch time. Viewers that return to the channel to watch videos. That's more important to YouTube. And they've came out and they've said that personally out. They've told everyone about that already. So they are looking more or less on watch time, how long are people watching your videos, which is important to me, and they are looking at if the viewers are coming back and watching, because if the people that are subscribed to you are coming back to watch your videos, then they will start to recommend your videos to other people, which in all sense makes sense, right? Okay, these people have been subscribed for X amount of weeks, they've watched 5-6 videos, they seem to like the content. Let's go ahead and start recommending this to other people, right? It makes sense, right? It does make sense. So the engagement does, I guess it does help, but it doesn't help as much as it used to anymore. So that, you know, that's all that you can really be said on that. When it comes to likes and dislikes on my channel, like I always say, the only time I ever say really the only time I bring up animations into like stress about it in the beginning of a video, not the end of a video, in the beginning of a video about liking the video, is when it's like the first series, like the first episode of a series, that I'm like, hey, you know, would you please drop a like and subscribe if you're new and all that, because that would really help me out, because if you know you like the video, then it tells me you want the series to obviously continue and things like that. I'm not going to tell you at the beginning of every freaking episode. I'm not going to tell you at the beginning of every freaking episode to like the video. There's no point. Why? You already told me in the first episode, right? And then there's other factors that will come through, right? Now, when people like and dislike videos on my channel, the likes, thank you. I appreciate the likes. The dislikes, they don't tell me nothing. The dislikes absolutely tell me nothing. Even if somebody dislikes a video, obviously there's so much out of context, right? They could have not liked it because they don't want to see the videos anymore. They don't want to see that kind of video anymore. Maybe they don't want to see that series anymore. Maybe they disliked it because no, not that. Maybe they disliked it because, is it this one? No, I don't think we have this material. Do we have this material? Maybe they disliked the video because you did something wrong in the video. Maybe they disliked the video because, you know, again, you messed up, or, you know, anything like that. Maybe that's the reason why they disliked the video. You can't tell. You can't tell when someone dislikes a video. So when someone dislikes a video, I disregard it entirely, because it tells me nothing. At least when you like the video, it tells me, oh, they like the video, therefore they like the video, right? I mean, I guess we should keep going here, but even like likes don't always dictate which direction I go with games. The big thing that dictates what direction I go is watch time. So deep dive into the analytics, deep dive into the views. It's views and watch time. That's what dictates my this is kind of funny to say. That's what dictates what happens on the channel as far as performance wise and what series continues. So if you this is funny, if you were to click on the video, that gives me a view, right? That adds to the view count. If you were to click on the video and then watch half of the video, or maybe the entire video, and at the end of the video you just said, I dislike this video, and you hit the dislike video, or you hit the dislike button, all that tells me is that you want to watch more on a broad sense of things. Because I don't know. I can't tell when you dislike a video. I can't tell if you watched it all or not, right? But if you are physically doing that yourself and you watch an entire video, you're helping the video. You're helping the video in views, you're helping the video in watch time. Therefore, you're telling me that you want to see more, right? That's what it's telling me. The like is good, thank you for the like, but the dislike, there's just too much out of context to kind of nail down what a dislike actually means. Because it can be a few things. It can be like, I don't like this series. I don't like this person. I don't like what you did in this specific episode. I don't like how you built this house. I don't like this. I don't like, it's too broad, right? It's too broad. Now I do see, I do see, what the heck, all these different materials, dude. I do see on other people's, I don't want to say claims because that sounds weird. Other people's points, like point of views. If I'm looking up a tutorial for something and I click on the video and it has the majority of dislikes, then obviously I don't want to waste my time here because this is not a good tutorial. And I completely understand that. I absolutely understand that. So when it comes to content creators, there's all different kinds. I mean, I don't need to freaking explain that one to you. You know, you watch YouTube. There's all different kinds of creators. There's like, content creation is not just gaming. Like whenever I mention content creators, I'm not talking about just gaming and the gaming community as much as I want to. But like there's vloggers, there's makeup tutorials, there's companies, there's chiropractors, there's all different kinds of things, right? All different walks of life. So they all have different meanings for likes and dislikes, right? And that goes back to hate raids. Hate raids, as much as people don't even know about it or don't see it, it's a real freaking thing. It's a real thing. People think it's funny to dislike, to get up in a party and say, hey, let's go and dislike this creator. Let's go dislike this company. Let's go dislike this person on all their videos or on a specific video, right? It's a thing. It's a thing, and it happens. And if you don't believe me, you've all seen it in the news. Wall Street bets. You ever see those guys that went and bet and got all those freaking stocks on GameStop last year? Don't tell me there's not people that follow the freaking pack. It's an absolute truth. People follow people. That's why we have influencers, dude. It's called influencers, if you haven't guessed. Positive influencers, negative influencers. I don't know. You be the guest, right? You follow who you're going to follow, but it's a real thing, right? So if an almighty person of power says go do this, I think the flock of sheep are gonna go do it, right? And they're gonna be like, haha, that was so funny. And there was a lot of hate raids. And that's kind of one of the reasons why I've stopped in the most recent, like, past year. I've stopped streaming on Twitch. I'm not saying I won't ever go back to Twitch, but things need to change in order for me to kind of go back there. And things are changing slightly. Things are getting better and better over time. Look at this wasted material, you freaking idiot. Things are getting better over time. They are over on Twitch. I just need to see more improvements. And what I mean by that is the way they just handled their community with the hate raids that did happen, especially when it came to the to specific communities of streamers. That was wrong, dude. Hate raids like that, and it's wrong. It's wrong. And I already talked about mental health. I'm a believer in it. You can't tell me no. We all suffer from freaking depression and anxiety at one point. I feel like every day. If you're a person that doesn't go through one day without anxiety, how? That's all I gotta say is how. I don't like, tell me the secret to life. And yes, some people say anxiety is anxiety, whatever. But people, hit different, right? People are different. People hit different, and people, some have really bad anxiety compared to others. Some people can't breathe or can't do this or can't do that. It all treats people differently. Just like this whole COVID thing, right? It all hits people differently, right? We should all take care of each other, because there's people out there that don't have a very good immune system. There's older people out there. There's people that can't even obtain very good health care, right? So it all affects us differently in some ways. And I think people kind of forget about that. And there's some countries that I've been told where mental health is a sham. It's a sham. And that if you have mental health issues, you get your driver's license revoked. You can't work at specific jobs. Now that's true here to an extent, but you don't get your license revoked. It's a whole different controversy, like a topic that I don't even want to go into. But anyways, like I said, I don't want to buy 500. I just bought 500. God damn it. The whole thing with the whole likes and dislikes, hopefully that clears up a little bit of air. Yes, it's a shame maybe to some people where they can't look at the dislike number, right? And yeah, you don't want to waste your time on a tutorial where it's like, well, maybe this person didn't do a good enough job on the tutorial. Now, I guess one thing that I could say that you can kind of look into now is, I think if you were, let's just say if you were looking up a tutorial of how to do something, right? And you were wondering if it was good enough and you can't see the dislike counter, try to do ratio. Look at the views, right? Does it have 50,000 views and only have 50 likes? Or does it have 50,000 views and have 5,000 likes? You know what I mean? Start to do the ratio there. And I guess that might be able to help you in that regards. Because it is happening. It is going to happen, the whole like and dislike thing. So I guess that's my food of thought, is like, try to prevent it as it's coming. And one way to work, well, you can't prevent it, but one way to work around it is do ratios like that. Be like, all right, well, since YouTube is forcing me into this, then I'm gonna have to see if I click on a video that has 1 million views and it's a tutorial and it has 1,000 likes, that's probably not good. If it has 25,000 likes, I might be in the right place, right? I don't know. But again, I just want to stress that the dislike counter is hidden for content creators if they choose to. It's not an automatic must that the content creators will be able to watch or look at their dislike counts. They can, and they will be able to, but they can hide it as well. So when it comes to people saying, like, I don't think it's about content creators that have to care about their mental health, or because like the reason why I say that is, like, smaller content creators can get like discouraged incredibly. Some people, like, if you have like 100 subscribers, right? Let's just say small channel, right? Very small channel that's trying to get into content creation, and one of their videos have like 3 dislikes or 4 dislikes. Who knows? That might affect that person in a different way. You know what I mean? It might discourage them from becoming to build a creation and, build content. And your argument to that could be like, well, if that drives them up the wall, maybe content creating is not their idea. Maybe not fit for them, right? Okay, fair point. But everyone has, like, I don't know. Everyone should have a fair chance at things and not feel discouraged at some point or another, right? I don't know. Maybe I might be wrong. I might be wrong on that, and I probably am at some degree. But I'm just saying, like, we will, and they will have the ability to not be able to look at their discounts if they want to. And that will save, some people's minds, their ease of minds, for sure. So yeah. All right, we're done talking about that. Now that I know we spent this whole episode talking about like all these different things and that. I just feel like sometimes it's good to talk to you. I like to sit here, build a house, and talk to you. Appreciate your time with you every single day here. And you know, it's always a pleasure and honor. Of course, it's always a pleasure and honor being with you today, as much as you know. That's what I base it, you know, off sometimes of like everything. Like every day I wake up, I'm like, you know what? It's a pleasure and honor being with these people because you guys don't have to watch the videos. You guys choose to watch videos, and I really appreciate that. Like, no one's forcing you to watch these videos. You're choosing to watch them, and that's in itself an honor. And I might say things that you might not like, and I might say things that you absolutely agree with or like, but I like to just think that we can sit here and just have a conversation sometimes and talk about things, right? It's a change of like a tempo. Like, can you imagine? I don't know. Some people like personal stuff. Some people like to hear certain things. Could you imagine, like, I don't know, people like to watch personal things about people when it comes to their favorite streamers or their Let's Players. Some people strictly just like gameplay. I don't want to hear anything else. Just show me the game. Just show me the game. That's not what I got into this for. I didn't just to focus on games 2,500 hours a year. 2,500 hours seems a lot less. 2,500 hours a year? Yeah, that might be a little too less there. It's been more than that, I believe. But, you know, I didn't get in for that. I got in for people. And I got in to play games, and I got in to make people feel better about themselves. And maybe even test a few buttons from time to time, and, you know, test the waters sometimes. And all good fun. I try to make friends, you know, try to make friends with everybody. Because after all, I didn't have a lot of friends. I didn't have a lot of friends in school, so this is like me trying to, I guess, make up for that. We do have some styrofoam here, yeah. Not make up for it, but you know what I mean. I don't know. It's good to see people. It's good to see people not judge you. Because, like, when I was in high school, it was such a judgmental, like, thing, dude. Like, and that's just high school, I think. I think high school in general, doesn't matter what time of the year you grew up or when you grew up. I think it's just high school in general. Like, everybody just thinks they know it all, and they just don't. You know, they really don't. So you freaking have, and that goes with some people, even some people that comment, like, man, it's like, I got a house, I got bills to pay, I got food, man, I got to put food in my fridge, I got insurance, I got rent, I got all these different things I got to worry about, and you're mad because I forgot to wash a tire. You know, I'm just being sarcastic, but you get what I'm saying, right? Like, don't get too upset over little things, you know what I mean? Like, because the streamer is doing what he's doing, he might have a lot of other things going on in his head, right? At the same time. And I produce videos every single day, and I can't promise you that I'm going to be the best every single day. You're asking me, right? You're asking me to be, there's like a glitch going on here. To plaster the exterior of the wall to cover the ugly polystyrene and get this over surface. Find a finishing trowel. Oh, a finishing trowel? Yes. There we go. Ah! Anyways, yeah, so you're asking me to be my best every single day. 365 days a year. It's a tall challenge, and I think I just have the courage to actually put up with it and try to attempt it. But I'll be honest with you, it's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna be perfect every day. And the days that I'm not perfect, I just hope that, you know, you still be there for me, right? You still be there for me as much as I want to be there for you. You know what I mean? I think I think that makes sense. I think that's a fair share, right? Because we all have our bad days, we all have our good days. You know what I mean? Some days are worse than others, you know, and just because what you see behind the camera here, it doesn't mean I'm living in paradise, dude. I'm not living in paradise. I promise you that. I'm not saying I have a bad life or anything. I'm just saying, like, things get rough. And I think relatability, having a content creator that maybe talks about relatable stuff, that's kind of the approach I wanted to take with this channel. You know, some people like to talk about it, some people don't. Some people like to hear it, some people don't. Again, it all depends on the audience, and it all depends on you overall. But I like to, I don't know. I wear my emotions on my sleeve sometimes, so I don't know. Anyways, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually get rid of all this, and then I'll bring you back when we're all done here. Oh, there we go. Construction completed. What happened? Honestly, all I did was plaster the outside, and this was it. This was the final product, I guess. Here we are. We didn't get to do much on the inside of anything at all, which kind of sucks. I guess we just made the freaking shell. But we completed it. Here we are. I guess they will finish off the rest. And we did our due diligence, or we did our duty. I don't know what the correct terminology is there. But there we go. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I will take a quick look around the house here just to take a look at what we have created. Something pretty cool. This is a European brick house that they still use nowadays, but takes a lot longer to build, as we know, because bricks, right? But they last a lot longer. Anyways, it's been a pleasure and honor being with you here today. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, please make sure to hit that like, and I will see you in the next video, wherever that may be. And do, as always, take care.
And now for my next number, I'd like to return to the classics.